So you've entered into a position, and now we're going to talk about how to close a position. Last few videos, we talked about the deltas, the days to expiration, and how frequently you should trade. Now let's talk about how to close out of these positions so you can lock in your profit. Let's jump into it. We're going to be talking about closing trades. So there are an infinite number of ways of actually closing trades, and so this is just something I do, and I think it's a great place to get started, and based on your own preferences, you could adjust it accordingly. So let's say you sell an option and you collect $1 in premium. So what I do immediately after is create a buy to close order at 50% of max profit. So you sold at $1, this means you would set a limit good till canceled order at 50 cents. And so if the option price ever drops to 50 cents, broker will automatically buy to close at this price, and then you'll get notified saying, hey, you no longer had this active position, and then you have the capital available to go and enter into a new position. This is such a great place to begin because I think this is a great 80-20 principle, right? 20% of efforts give you 80% of the results. You can create this and you just kind of set it, forget it until you get notified, and at that point you can go and you can decide whether you want to make another trade or wait until your 7 days is up, or if you remember the previous video, we talked about frequency of trades. You can decide whether you want to wait until then, or you're saying, hey, I have the capital available now, let me make a trade immediately. So that is one way of doing it, and I think it's a great place to get started. Now, if you're looking for a way to kind of optimize it a little bit more, kind of spend a little bit more time, another way of closing trades is through a method based on the number of days to expiration. So for example, let's say a option contract we sold at has 10 days to expiration. This is just for easy numbers, just so I can do the math in my head and not use a calculator, but 10 days to expiration. All right. And let's say we collected $1 premium to do this. That means each day that passes, this dollar should lose value by 10 cents, right? Because in 10 days, this 10 cents will add up to the dollar. So let's say a day passes and now there's only 9 days to expiration left. So if this dollar is trading at the 80 cents instead of the $1 minus 10 cents, which is 90, as long as this number is lower than this number, that means we actually made 20 cents profit here instead of just the 10 cents that was expected of profit. And so in this case, then we can go ahead and buy to close and see that, hey, we actually made 20 cents instead of just 10 cents. So we're going to lock in our profit. Now, when people do this, usually they have a required minimum profit, which is usually 25% of maximum profit. So that means if someone is following that methodology, so this 80 cents needs to be at least 75 cents, which is basically 75% of the dollar premium that we collected before they would even buy to close. Now, let's say a few days pass, and now we have 7 days to expiration. So if you remember this methodology right here, this means the option should be trading at 70 cents because it's going down by 10 cents every single day using theta. Of course, this isn't actually going to happen every time, but this is kind of a good straight line depreciation kind of methodology. And so it should be trading at 70 cents. Let's say the actual option is trading at 0.5. That means we should buy to close at 0.5 because we still have 7 days to expiration left. This way you're able to lock in a profit of 50 cents, even though the option should only be trading at 70 cents, it's trading at 50. And so we're able to close out of this position and lock in a profit. So the reason why I don't really use this personally is because then it involves not setting a limit order to close out of the position. That means I literally have to be watching the markets to basically see when this is lower than this number. And that way it just kind of takes away my time. I mean, yeah, you will be making a lot more money doing this, but does involve a higher kind of focus and paying attention, which I personally don't want you guys to do unless you really want to. Again, the whole point of this is to spend 30 minutes a month, less than 30 minutes a month, so you can retire decades early. So I think using the first option, which is just setting it at 50% target profit and just walking away, I think that's probably one of the best ways so you're not staring at the markets and you could actually enjoy your life. Now, really quick, let's talk about why we're doing 50% of max profit. Why would we not just let it run till expiration? So let's say you sell a put option right here and the stock goes up, right? Now this put option, you sold it for $1 and it's only trading at 50 cents now, but you still have 30 days to expiration, right? So this happened in the span of 15 days and you still have 30 days to expiration. So basically what happened is within 15 days, you're able to make 50% of the maximum profit. Why would you wait another 30 days to get the other 50% of max profit? So basically you made 50% of the max profit within just 1/3 of the time. So why would you spend 2/3 of the time to make the other 50%? You're basically able to collect 50% in just 15 days. Why would you wait another 2/3 of the time to collect the other 50%? So if you close out of the position right here at 50% max profit, you guaranteed that money, as in that you locked in that profit. Now you have the capital to go and sell another put option right here, and maybe you have another chance of collecting another 50% profit within just 15 days. And that's the advantage of being a seller, because you lock in a profit at a set number. You don't even have to worry about it. You'll get notifications coming to your phone saying, hey, this trade got executed, and then you can decide whether or not you want to place another trade or wait until your set trading day. So, I mean, I personally love doing this. This is super simple, straightforward to follow. 50% of max profit once you enter, and that's about it. Well, let's look at an example now. So here we have QQQ, the ticker I usually trades, trading at 281 right now. And today is June 30th that I'm recording this. So if you go about 45 days out, I guess August 12th or 19th is kind of where we fall into. So let's do August 12th. So if we sold the option at 255, around the 20 delta, and we already have a position here, we would right click, we would click buy to close. Now when we buy to close, you could see that right here it says options, the account that you're trading, contracts, make it 1, put, here's the expiration, and remember when you buy to close, you always buy at the ask price. And then the price right here is what you would change to 50% of the maximum profit. So again, let's say I just entered into this position. I got in at 478. So half of 478 is 2.39. Again, it doesn't have to be exactly 50%. You can kind of eyeball it. So I may even make this 2.3, just a little bit less. Term, you would make a GTC, which stands for good till canceled. And then you would click buy close once it's done. And remember, this is a closing order. This is how you close out of trades. Awesome. That's how you close out of trades. I'll see you in the next video.